My dad's family is from Mount Pleasant, Texas, a small town in East Texas. And I spent a lot of time there growing up as a child. And my grandparents owned a grocery store there. It was called Bryant's Grocery. And it was a big grocery store. Not a grocery store, but yeah, a grocery store. Yeah. And when I was about 14 years old, I don't know where my grandparents were, but I was working the grocery store by myself because I was 14. And when you're country, you do things at an early age. You drive at an early age. You take care of kids at an early age. You're very responsible. And my cousin Eddie was working outside at the gas station because we had a little gas station in front of the grocery store. And so one day, this old white man pulls up. He is old. He has on overalls because I'm in Texas. And I'll never forget, he had a tongue that was like dark purple, almost black, like it had been, and it was short, like it had been cut off. And he comes in and he's like, yeah, you got a phone? Because, we didn't have cell phones back then. And he needed to use a phone because his tractor had broken down maybe about 500 feet away from the store. And Mount Pleasant, Texas, mind you, at this time, was essentially like the show, if you know, In Heat of the Night. It was divided by race. It was the white side of town and the black side of town. So I could spend the entire summer and not see white people because it was divided like that. So it was already a big deal that this white, and he was a short guy with overalls, old, like I said, and with a black tongue, came in there. And I was like, oh yeah. So I gave him the phone and he called someone. He's like, hey, I'm in this nigger store. That's what he said. I'll never forget it. And I'm going to tell you, this is why I probably should have known that I was always going to be a fiery person, because my grandfather had a pistol underneath. This was where the cash register was. Right there underneath where you also got bags to bag people's stuff, there was a pistol. There were guns everywhere. This is Texas. My grandpa had guns everywhere. I was not afraid of guns. It was no big deal. I knew how to shoot a gun. And I said, did I know he didn't just say that? I should blow his brains out. That's literally what I thought. I said, I should shoot him right now. Because I don't think I really understood death, but I understood I wanted to shoot him. I understood that I felt an anger right there. But I didn't do it. But I thought about that story today because here this man is, old, it's hot as hell. It's Texas heat. He's got half a tongue, and he's on the black side of town. I don't know if you can understand this. There are no people that look like him around. And Bryant Grocer was a place that black folks hung out. He was not in a safe space, but because, in my opinion, and he had a broke down tractor. So this ain't no rich man. This ain't no whatever. But my feeling is that because of his whiteness, he felt better. He felt that he could say what he wanted to say. And, he felt comfortable. And I was thinking about this today as I've seen and had, white people challenge me and really advocate for Trump and this bill. And I'm like, you think that this is not going to affect you. And that's really honestly hard for my brain to understand, because there are more Trump supporters that rely on Medicaid than Democrats. I mean, this is fact. But I believe, and I feel sorry for them. I believe that their whiteness, because I believe that whiteness is a stronger drug than meth, than heroin, than cocaine. Their whiteness naturally makes them feel so safe that they haven't understood that they're in danger, that they're screwing over themselves. I really believe that they don't get it. Yeah. And so I was thinking about that today, that people will just make foolish decisions and work arrogantly, even when they are screwed, because of the power of whiteness.